What's up everybody, this is Saber and welcome to Starbase. Starbase is a massively multiplayer space building, exploration, and combat game that dropped into early access about a week ago. I've been having so much fun with it that I wanted to take some time to share it with all of you by showing off the early game and some of its core features, and why I think it has so much potential. Keep in mind this is still an alpha, so there's bound to be some issues. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on in. In Starbase, you play as an endoskeleton, also known as a robot, and start on one of 30 origin stations. One of the things I like about how the tutorial works is that it introduces you not only to the core mechanics of the game, but also to jobs here at the Work Hub. So I'd like to take you through a couple of those just to show you how they work, and we'll start with my favorite one, Demolition. In Starbase, you don't use voxels to build spaceships and space stations. However, every single part that you do use is made of voxels. That means there's a variety of ways to destroy every part of every spaceship. Here at the Demolition job, the game introduces you to some of those tools. The most simple of which is the bolt tool. Because every part of a spaceship has to be either bolted or welded to it, the bolt tool is a pretty simple solution for just unbolting something, and here at the Demolition job, it will get whisked away into a collection area. There's also the buzzsaw that will remove chunks of objects as you cut through them. But then there's my personal favorite, the cutting tool. Essentially, it's just a giant laser beam, but because of the voxel system that parts are made up with, you can cut through anything on a spaceship. You can cut through thrusters, beams, pilot chairs, anything that goes on the ship, you can cut through it with enough time. It's a lot of fun, and honestly, I'm really surprised that it's as performant as it actually is. I haven't had any issues when cutting apart a spaceship, yet, at least, where things have flown off or been super laggy. Everything has been working surprisingly well. So now it's time to move on to the next job that players can do in Starbase, and that is mining. See, there's a few ways to go about mining in Starbase, but your first exposure to it will be here at your origin station. All you have to do is walk into the instanced area, grab a pickaxe, walk over to the panel, spawn an asteroid, and then you can use the pickaxe to start cracking apart and collecting ore from within it. This is another nice representation of the voxel system that's in the game, as you can both shatter pieces and crush them to actually collect the ore itself. Keep in mind, of course, that this is just early game mining. There are also ship-mounted lasers that you can use for mining, or you can also use cargo beams to haul entire asteroids back to the station whole. The last job that's currently in the game in the Work Hub is the repair job. Now this repair job seems to only be used for the tutorial, however, it is the means by which you get your very own first free spaceship. All you have to do is walk into the instanced area, grab the tools that you need, and then start doing the repairs. I wasn't sure at first how I'd feel about how repairing works in this game, but I don't mind it too much now. Essentially, the idea is that you grab the tool and then you almost paint the parts back that have been damaged. You don't always have to cover the entire area, but if you hold on the part, it kind of fills out for you. This means you actually have to go through your ship, find the parts that are broken, and repair them, rather than having some way to fix everything all at once. Once you've completed the repair job, you can head to the nearest landing and takeoff pad and use the ship spawn terminal to spawn your brand new laborer module. Now keep in mind this is a tutorial ship, so it's not going to be terribly fancy. However, it is enough to get started, and the game teaches you how to expand on it so that you can continue to modify it to suit your needs. You can also visit various shops to purchase your ships rather than having to build your own. Here's a ship that I've bought, and I'm in the middle of converting it from a cargo hauler into a mobile workshop. Shipbuilding in this game is a lot more technical than most block-based building games. However, personally, I like the more technical aspect of it because it gives the building more depth, in my opinion. Because of the build tools that the game gives players have the ability to modify their ships anytime, anywhere. However, there's also two different ship designers where you can work on ships. The first is the easy mode, which allows you to use pre-assembled parts, such as frames, wiring, and panels, already all put together for you. Or there's the more advanced ship designer where you place every single component in your ship, make sure everything is connected properly, and then you can test it to try out your design. Now I know I didn't go into a lot of detail with this video, but I just wanted to touch on the foundation that this game is being built on. One thing that I haven't shown any of is combat, which is going to be a pretty extensive part of the game. And even though it's an alpha, the game is set up pretty well for groups, which it calls companies. In fact, I've got my own, and anybody who wants to join up is welcome to do so. If you already have the game, all you have to do is hit the O key, go to your inbox, type in to Saber, and then shoot me a line and I can get you added into the company. I've got some pretty big ideas, but we'll see where things go for now. I'm currently based out of the Origin 10 station, but maybe someday I'll have a station of my own. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know, because there's a good chance that I'll keep making videos about this game. However, in the meantime, I do continue to stream on Twitch over at twitch.tv/saberinSpace 3 days a week, and Starbase is definitely in my current game rotation. If you have any questions or want to see something specific, please let me know and I can try and work that into a future video. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.